Hello everybody. Hey, today I'm going to work on the horn button on my F350. The other day it just decided to blow. So I did a little research and there's a membrane inside the horn switch that I've been told you can't repair, but I've seen one and I think I can repair it. I'm going to try to repair it anyway, and if you're seeing this, it probably worked. So let's go ahead and get started. Hey, before we get started, I mentioned a couple of things. This is a 2005 F350 Super Duty. I know these are not the mirrors off of this truck. I just like these better. Um, to me, as a safety precaution, I'm going to take off both of the negative battery terminals. I don't know that you have to, but if you don't turn the key on, it shouldn't deploy the airbag, and the airbag is inside the horn switch, so you have to take them both off. Um, but there's a difference between shouldn't, wouldn't, and can't. And so as a safety precaution, I'm just going to take off both negative battery terminals. It's very easy to do. This just uses an 8mm wrench. I've already got my fuse pulled. This thing started blowing in the middle, well, at 7 o'clock at night. So I'll show you where this panel goes when I put it back together. This is where the fuse is inside the fuse box. It's a 15 amp. It's a blue one like this one, and it's right underneath this second relay. Again, this is on an 05 F350. Hey, I'm wearing a different mic than what I was using on my little selfie rig a while ago. I feel like if you're trying to watch an instructional video, you should be able to hear what I'm saying, and I wasn't planning on being in front of the camera anymore. But what I want to say right now, real quick, if you decide to do this without taking the battery loose, don't turn on the key. The airbag is inside the horn button, so you get your airbag in here. And first off, you don't want the airbag to deploy in your face. Secondly, if you turn the key on with the airbag out, I'm thinking most likely will trip the airbag circuit and show that your airbag's been deployed. And neither one of those things is something that you want. So let's get on with taking this thing out of here. Okay, right on the back side of the steering wheel, there's two little plugs right here that they pop out just that easy. There's an 8mm bolt inside here, and there's another one right behind this side of the steering wheel also. Get both of those out, pull those little screws out. Here's what the two little plugs look like. In case I didn't mention it, these two little bolts are 8mm. Now, this isn't necessary, but what I do is I put a stack of rare earth magnets on the back of my 8mm socket. It magnetizes the socket and kind of keeps everything so that when you put it in and take it out, helps you keep track of that. Those are neodymium or neodymium. I'm not going to argue about how you say it. Rare earth magnets, and very handy to have around the shop. With those bolts out, this should just pull right off. Now there's a couple of wires in here. One set of wires is for the horn itself. The red one up here at the top is for the horn. The other one is for the airbag. Don't get in front of the airbag. Static electricity can set this thing off. So I've actually took one of my shoes off, grounded myself to the body of the truck. Not a bad safety idea. And this just has a little clip retainer. I can't do that with my phone in my hand, so I'm going to pop those off and we'll take a closer look. Okay, so on this one, you pull up this little tab right here and it releases. On this one, the button is actually on the wire. Push this little button right here and this one just unplugs. So let's take a quick look at this. This piece you just push on it and it comes off. Then these two T25 Torx bits have to come out, and then this cover just peels off. Very simple. With the two Torx bits out, literally this just pulls off, and there's your membrane. We'll get this pulled out, and we'll take a look at why I think it's messing up. My thinking on this is these plates are so close together through the holes in the mylar that just the lightest little bit of pressure from the horn button is pushing it. So two things I can do that pop out at me. One, I can shorten the nubs inside here, so they won't be making contact with it. And what I'm going to try to do, rather than buy this thing for $100 and whatever dollars it is, I'm going to try to put a little heat on it with a heat gun and see if I can take that one main dimple. This seems to be the only one that's actually giving me problem, and you can see it's much deeper than any of the rest of the indentations in here. So I'm going to go hit this with a heat gun real quick, and I'll be right back. Somebody forgot to hit record while I was using a heat gun. So just to give you a quick overview, all I did, laid this on a flat surface, warmed it up a little bit with a heat gun. Be careful because the heat gun could melt this thing. A hair dryer might work in case somebody's wondering, but I didn't try one, so I don't know. I just warmed it up a little bit. It was uncomfortable to touch, but not melting the plastic hot. Best temperature I can give you. Once I warmed it up, I kind of massaged it to where the dimples went away, and then I let it cool in that position, and then the rest of it's recorded. I don't know if it's as apparent on here as it is in real life, but that little dimple that was in there is pretty much taken out. So I think this is going to fix the issue. And we'll put this back in and see. I checked the continuity on it, and it has an open circuit now. So that's a good thing. I try to put this thing back together so that you can see it. There's a little tab on here that goes up into the little groove here, and there's another tab here. It goes into that little groove. Then this just folds around, goes over these two holes. The skin goes back around. Those two screws are tightened up. This just slides back on right here, clicks into place, and it's ready to put back in the truck. I'll check the continuity, make sure it's okay first, and then we'll put it in the truck. Okay, just a quick test. It's hard to hold these connectors in here, but I'm going to try it. Okay, everything seems to be in order. Let's put it back in the truck. This was going to be almost impossible without a camera person. So I gotta sit in the truck while I'm doing this. I hope this comes out. Now this wire just clips back into here. You can see here's your retainer. Slide this back together. This is for the airbag. This one is for the horn. And it's apparent which way they go in. There's a little clip and a little retainer. Put it back in opposite of how you pulled it out. So we're back together, back in place. Reinstall the two screws. They're 8mm, and we're back in business. Okay, I got the horn button put back on. Okay, we're going to put the fuse in. If it doesn't blow, we're halfway there. Okay, that was good. See if it works. Yep. Yep. Awesome. That's all there is to it. And put your little doors back on the fuse box. Alrighty, this one snaps on. If it doesn't rattle, it's on good. If it rattles, it's not. This little tab and that little tab fit into that little groove and that little groove. Once they are in their little groove, this will line up right here and just snap into place. This one lines up over here and just snaps into place. So now I should have some happier neighbors. While I'm thinking about it, every now and then somebody asks me about the audio and video equipment that I use. I'll put that down in the description if you want to go take a quick look at it. It is an affiliate link. If you click on it, I'll get a small commission off of it. Helps the channel out, and it doesn't cost you anything extra. So if you want to check it out, just curious about what I'm using, it's all down in the description. Okay, well, I'll wrap this up. Everything seems to be doing okay. I actually took it out for a test drive to a kind of a isolated area so I could blow the horn and make sure that if it stuck, I didn't disturb anybody while I pull the fuse back out, and everything seems to be doing okay. So this is August, 1st of August, 2021. If anything changes, this doesn't last, I'll actually come back in the comments or in the description or both, and I'll add something in here that this did not work. But for $100 or whatever it was, I saw the original one I saw was 168. I've since seen some for just north of 100, but still that's a little more than I wanted to pay if I can fix it. And probably even if I can't fix it, I'll just add another button in there, because that's a lot of money for a little thin membrane switch. Anyway, appreciate everybody sticking around. If you're still here, look around on the channel a little bit, see if you like what you see. Maybe throw a subscribe in there or something, and come back and visit with me. Take care. Catch you later.